Hello, I'm going to be demonstrating a thing that I made here in Resonite. This is a kanji quiz. How it works is you can select multiple Japanese language proficiency test levels here, or just one if you want, but a single kanji will be chosen out of these levels that you select, N5 being the easiest and N1 being the most advanced. So here I have N5 and N4 selected. So after you choose an answer, you press the force refresh button, then a new kanji will be displayed. And here's a kanji, here's the onyomi and kunyomi, and you get 3 example sentences, as well as the kanji written in hiragana. So you'll be able to read the sentences. You might not be able to fully understand them, but based on the context and the words that you know, you might be able to figure out the answer. So let's go ahead and choose one of these answers. And so after you choose an answer, then the English translations of the sentences will appear, and you're told whether you're correct or incorrect. So I chose a different kanji, or I chose next kanji here. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. And if you want, you can spawn out a hiragana or katakana chart if you're still learning. And ultimately, I think this is a good way to practice learning kanji instead of just focusing on the kanji itself. You get more of the context and example sentences. So that's how it works. Now for the more technical information. This uses a local REST API, which is making calls to the OpenAI API, and that's generating these sentences and the translations. So each time, even if you've come across the same kanji, you'll probably get different sentences and examples, so that keeps it kind of fresh. And yeah, the advantage of hosting a local API is I'm able to do all the data processing outside of the game and bring it in. I don't need to do JSON parsing inside of the game. I could just bring in exactly the string that I need, and then from there, I end up sending in a string that is delimited in such a way that I have every single element of text here, for example, the kanji, the level, the onyomi, kunyomi, example sentences, and translations. They're all delimited in a very large string, and then I go through the string and I populate each of these substrings here. And that's one of the things that you have to do, since ProtoFlux, the visual programming language in this game, doesn't support JSON parsing. So yeah, but it works pretty well. And so the bottom right is the GitHub link, so you can host a server. In order for you to host a server and make calls to OpenAI, you will need an API key with OpenAI, and you'll have to pay for these requests. It's not a lot of money, but you still probably don't want to be hosting this publicly. You kind of want to be aware of who's making these calls under your accounts. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to go this route with a local REST API, which makes calls to OpenAI. And it also means that you don't have to expose API keys inside of this game. You handle that outside of the game. And just bring in exactly what you need into the game. So that's pretty much it. I think it's a good way to practice learning kanji, and it's fun when you're with other people who are also learning, and can. I've had fun with some people who are also learning kanji, and we're both trying to figure out the sentences. So it's pretty fun, and it's a good learning experience. So I have this in my world, and I usually have my session public and open. So if you're on Resonite, feel free to come on by, and we can practice some kanji. And I will also have this in my public folder, so you'll be able to download this item and run your own server if you want, and have your own instance of this client and the server. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to make a video and get it out there. So bye for now.